Jabronis, we're back. We are back. We are getting Doug back. Back in the studio. Back at home base, the LPDS compound. I got these blue, what are they called? Blue light glasses, blue blocker glasses. I don't know. They help. I'm on screens, looking at screens, computer, television, work screens, everything, 24 hours a day. I needed help with that, so my peepers don't go bad on me. So I got these fucking. Oh, sorry, Terrence. What are we? A minute in? Damn it. Family show T. I got these blue light blocker glasses to help. I think they look stupid. They definitely, I feel like they're helping though. So I got them, but I'm going to take them off because I already am a cartoon character. I'm a cartoon. Now I look like mustache was Groucho Marx with these glasses on. I can't do it here for you fine folks. I'm not ready emotionally or mentally for that. I don't have the chutzpah, the scruples to pull that off just yet. I'm still insecure, so we're going back to regular big nose, no glasses libretti. So back in the compound. Hope everybody enjoyed last week's episode. So for those if you're listening out of order, episode 45 was a bombshell, absolute bombshell episode. Brandon Roper Hubbard, the 42nd, Bonji, Bone Crusher Maloney, how you doing? Came down to the tactical studio in the trenches of war to have an absolute circus act of an episode, 3+ hours. It was closer to 4 hours, but with the director's cut, but we had to make some cuts for, to protect the innocent. So maybe one day, years from now, I'll release special clips from the director's cut that are currently not suitable for public consumption just yet. So one day, but if you haven't listened to that one or watched that one, go check it out. Episode 45, absolutely wild, ridiculous, drunk, booze-filled episode. So really had fun doing that. Love doing that shit. So not doing that today, unfortunately. So you're just getting solo libretti. That's what the show is mostly anyway. So you got to deal with it. But before I lose you guys, let's just get into the good stuff and step into the cage.
Okay, let's run.
All right. Got my notebook back, so I'm not going to be able to read my chicken scratch here. But today's Into the Cage segment is proudly sponsored by Seinfeld Organic Face Cream. There are hundreds of garbage, chemical-filled face creams out there that just don't work and leave you looking uglier than ever before. But now, with Seinfeld's organic stick technology that sticks to your face with its lotiony, creamy goodness, you now have a way to spend your minimum wage salary on something that'll actually smooth your skin so you won't look like Shrek anymore. And it's organic. So to get your first bottle of splooge on your face today, visit www.facial.com/handy for 3% off your first bottle of Seinfeld Organic Face Cream Lotion. Back on the notebook. Here's the thing with the notebook. I like to just write notes, random shit, while I'm doing my other business, so I have to have it handy. It's tougher for me to just be carrying around a laptop around, and I don't like to sausage finger notes on the phone. So this is good to me. The problem back in war was that this notebook uses sort of like a wet erase pen, so that it's called Rocketbook. They don't sponsor me yet. They will eventually, I'm sure. But what this is you can write your notes on the page. You take a picture. There's a little scan barcode, how you doing at the bottom. You take the picture on their app, and it instantly turns into a PDF for you. And you can send it to your email, your cloud drive, what have you. So now I could pop some notes up on the computer and save them for posterity. But I ran out of ink on the one pen I brought down with me. And I made up this lie that I left the pen at work, but then I was going to try the computer thing just to try a new way of operating. But that was a complete, total fabrication. I'm not sorry I did it, but that's what you do in war. You withhold information to protect the people you love so that they can be safe and secure. And that's what I did. Ran out of ink. Couldn't be using a regular pen on this notebook. So we went with the computer. Back on the notebook, much more comfortable. Back, getting back into the swing of things. It's making me feel good again because I'm an old school idiot where I like to write shit and I like to stick to my routines. Otherwise, I'm in shambles. So we're back with the notebook. Anyway, go get your bottle of semen lotion or whatever the hell that is. All right. So today's cage fact was actually a very last minute submission by a dear friend and a fan of the show, fan of the program, me Steg. So I had one. I'll push another cage fact to next week, but the one that she provided me was sort of like a news update. Now, for all you ladies and fellas out there who are looking to, make your way into the heart of old Nick Cage, well, unfortunately, for the time being, he is now officially off the market. He just got married recently in a very private, intimate, romantic, I'm sure, wedding in Las Vegas, which would be his third or fourth Vegas wedding, to his girlfriend of a year. I forgot her name, a nice Japanese lady. They've been dating for a year. I don't know. I didn't have time to do enough recon and digging into this. I don't know if it's the same girl who he married originally a year ago or whatever it was when they got drunk in Vegas and got married and then got it annulled 4 days later. I think it's a different lady. It would be awesome if it was the same one, but also just as awesome if it was a different one because he's just breaking hearts out there. So congratulations to Nick Cage. Everybody who is looking to get their piece of the pie, you're going to have to wait in line again a little longer because he's off the market. So thank you for that. That's the Cage fact. It is technically a fact because it's a true statement about Nick Cage, and that's what we do here. We tell the truth unless we're in war, and we got to protect you fellas and gals and the other jabronis who listen to this show. So you're welcome for that. All right. I just ran my dick sucker really fast, and I'm out of shape. I'm tired already. I don't have anything to hydrate except for this damn coffee. That was a good idea, Libretti. Way to go. So let's just spin it over into the junction. Now, the junction, I don't have an agenda today. I was thinking about what can I vent about or rant about that would be, captivating and get you guys on your seats, especially bouncing back after the previous episode 45, which is right now too tough to beat. It's one of the most popular. I think it could get to probably the most popular episode we have so far as views and listenership goes. Can't beat that. I'm still actually recovering from that. And we recorded that 2 weeks ago. I recorded that the same week I put out the fake local, the FL episode, because it was going to take a while for me to edit and make sure everything was good to go and vet things and all that good stuff. 2 weeks ago, we filmed that. Drank more than I have in quite some time. Still recovering. That's the mark of a true beta bitch boy, and I'm not afraid to say it. I don't mind telling you. That's what I am, and that's who I care about. So there you go. So I don't have a real agenda. I couldn't top that. We're just going to do a cool down. I'm still trying to get my wits about me, if that's what, for lack of a better term, because I just got back into town, back to the compound. Still amazed at how fun that episode was. I keep talking about it. Just go listen to it. All right. We didn't even talk about any baseball stuff. Mostly it was some very small baseball specific discussions. We did talk about how we are tougher than all my other friends in life because we played baseball, and I stand by that. And you could come at me. You could come at all my other brothers in arms that were on that episode because they're bigger and stronger and tougher than me, and they'll help me out defending me. But didn't even talk about baseball. We got to get those guys back on, hopefully sometime soon again, to talk good baseball stories, because we have a lot. Endless stories. We didn't even scratch the surface of that 3-hour How You Doing? So go check that one out and then come back and we could talk about whatever the hell we're talking about today. Now, speaking of coming back, I am very glad to be back in my comfort zone, the compound. It's still bare bones because I got this set up and then I left shortly after for the war. But now that we're back safe and sound, I'm going to get things up and running again to get them going. So I'm super happy to be back. A lot has changed, over the time I was gone. Got to adjust to that. We'll get that all figured out and get, and continue to put out just absolute masterpieces for the jabronis out there listening to this bombastic podcast diary show. How you doing? So get excited for that. Once I get my groove back, though, here, it's going to be off the chain. Anyway, before I get my groove back, I'm going home to New Jersey to see the family next week. So you could expect, hopefully, a couple episodes recorded up at another visiting studio with Nicky Sticks himself, my brother. And hopefully we'll be able to bring you a few episodes throughout that week that I can, have in the archives and post concurrently, if you will. So that should be a fun time. I got a lot of chores that I missed at my parents' house that I got to take care of. So I'm really looking forward to coming back to the compound, doing chores here, and then going up to the motherland, the mothership, and doing chores up there for Crazy Carol. So hopefully, if they got a list, if they wrote down a list, I'll try to snap a picture. Jesus, Libretti, get it together, and show you guys that on the Instagrams and Facebooks and all that, so you can see exactly what I will be doing. So it'll be very exciting. You can just get a backstage glimpse into the life of Libretti. It's wild. It's riveting. I can't wait to show you guys more about it. I'm hoping, now don't tell her this, I'm hoping to sneak in at least a little audio of some of the conversations we have at the Libretti Nut House, the mental institution, because that makes for unbelievable content that you guys need to hear. Much better than if I got Crazy Carol on the show, because then she knows that she's here talking or having an interview, whatever. It'll be much different. If I could get some candid audio, at least, of some conversations, it'll be electric. You can ask Nicky Sticks, ask anybody who knows my family. It'll be electric content, and I have to put it out there for you guys. So fingers crossed we get some of that stuff. Hopefully the things she says are not terribly inappropriate, so I can actually post it. But look, that's the game we play. That's the gamble, the Russian roulette, if you will. So getting excited for that. By the way, speaking of that, if you guys have any junction topics or ideas that you think would be good or entertaining that me and my brother Nick can talk about, send them over. When I post this, when I post a picture on Instagram and Facebook, put in the comments section what ideas you might have that you want to hear us talk and bitch about or go back and forth and debate about. Let me know. I'll hound you a little bit for those ideas so that we can kind of give you guys what you're looking for whenever we get together to talk about stuff. So we want to make it as fun as possible for everybody. So pass us your ideas for that, and we'll try to make it happen. All right. What else we got going on today? Got this. I got to get a better chair. For those in YouTube land can see this. This is an old school computer chair I had for years now, over 10 years. It's comfortable, but it gives me sort of like a hunchback situation. I need a little bit more ergonomics so I can look tall and like an adult. So we're working on it. Once I get famous, I'll be able to have all the money to buy that. So stand by. Again, very exciting stuff in the backstage life of Libretti here. I'm listening to, you can hear in the background commercials on the TV. I should have turned the TV off back in the living room there in the studio. But I don't know if you guys have seen these commercials yet. They're for like Truebill and Stash and some other app that was just created to do whatever the hell they're doing. Good for them. but the commercials they have the CEOs, the creators of the companies doing the commercials also. And I get it. Maybe they're trying to save money. Instead of hiring an actor, they just put the CEO up there to kind of like, we got to save money, market it out, and then we'll get better actors for whatever. Or they're just trying to put a face to the creation. I don't know what it is. These guys are absolutely terrible behind the camera or in front of the camera. The one dude's name is Yaya. He's sitting there pretending like he's on a cell phone, giving a selfie video, like he's doing an Instagram's live or something. And he's reading off a script, and it's just like, are you tired of your finances being in the hole? Hi, I'm Yaya, or whatever it is. But he's reading it. He can't even remember to say his own name, to introduce himself. He has to read it from a script. Hi, I'm Yaya. Has to read it. This guy is a genius to be able to create this application that puts all your finances together, very nice and neat, idiot-proof it for you. It's a great idea, and I'm sure it's a great app, and it works well if you need that stuff. You should check it out. But that guy's talents are behind the camera. They're not in front of the camera. They're in a sort of a catch-22 situation now here, because now you have Yaya trying to save money because they're a startup by marketing the product, not hiring actors to market it so that people will buy it and then we'll have money, and then he'll be able to hire actors to market better, and then they'll eventually get more followers, more apps downloads, and more money, whatever. The problem is when you're so bad in front of the camera and you have to read the fact that you got to introduce yourself, you're not going to get people following you. You need somebody else up there to sell the product. Yaya is not selling the product well. He looks like a really nice guy. He's a very smart individual, clearly. But I would fall asleep in a fucking heartbeat if I had to sit there and have a conversation with him. He can't even remember to introduce his own name. Has to read it from a script. Completely unnatural, very, very strange to experience. I can't imagine what he's like in real life. Probably very strange. I mean, I get it. Not everyone can be as electric, in front of the camera as some of us here at the Libretti Podcast Diary Show. I'm not going to mention any names, even though I did. But we got to get these CEOs back where they belong, in the boardrooms, in the conference rooms, doing the heavy lifting behind the camera. Get some good-looking schmo who actually has to read their name on the screen because they're idiots, but they look damn good and they can act the shit out of themselves and sell the product that way. Cough up the front end money. Okay? Short-term losses for long-term gains. Market your shit better. Nobody wants to see Yaya sitting there in a car pretending like he's having a candid conversation about his product. Nobody wants to see that other weirdo boob-looking guy sitting on a stool in a blank white room talking about the Stash app. I forgot his name. He looks like a pedophile out there. I'm sure he's a not pedophile type of guy at all, but the way he talks and is looking at the camera and the way he's interacting, that guy is a potential sex criminal. Got to get him off the screen. Get some wasta in front of the camera to push your product. You're pinching pennies thinking it's going to help you in the long term. It's going to hurt you because nobody wants to see sex criminals and creepos in cars pushing out application marketing. Nobody wants to see it. I'm just listening to the TV and I'm getting pissed off over a commercial. It's a stupid commercial. Again, I'm sure the product's great. I'm sure Yaya is great. I'm sure the Stash guy is not a sex criminal. But shit, man. Get this shit figured out. How do we continue to regress in creativity and innovation when it comes to media and marketing and on all this other stuff. What happened to that? Put some effort into things. Yaya and sex criminals, their brains are busy creating successful businesses. They don't need to be in front of the camera doing that crap. Damn it, man. Do I have to do everything for people? Anyway, God, I'm heated over our stupid commercial. Libretti, get your shit together. I got all this war pain that I'm dealing with. I'm getting shell-shocked over a damn commercial. For your freedoms. Don't forget it, folks. All right, so I'm trying to work on some guests, more guests, because those are fun. Those are entertaining. You can learn a lot about a human being, what's going through their head, their experiences, shit like that. That's what I want to do. I want to get people on so that we can learn and also be entertained as well. So looking for some guests. I got a couple that I've been reaching out to. I know I keep saying that. It's very tough when you're a seemingly a nobody reaching out to these people asking to be on their podcast, and they're like, who the hell is this jerk off? Most of them aren't even reading my messages. I need to find better ways to get in touch with people so that they actually interact back with me. Although I did get I had a nice email conversation with Nicky Cass. So he's an Instagram, TikTok guy. He does videos about the Italian dad Pasquale. He's hilarious. His videos are incredible. They're so relatable to me. I think I talked about him previously. Anyway, I emailed him several months ago, right before Christmas time, about being on the show potentially. He responded, which I love, the fact that he took time out of his schedule to respond to just some absolute jabroni in every sense of the word, to tell me he was busy right now, but he's always available to talk about podcasting and how to, grow shit. So not grow shit, but, grow your shit, so to speak. So I'm going to keep trying to get him. He's incredible talent, a really nice individual. I couldn't have been happier that he was able to take time and to respond. And we had a back and forth via email. So that was very cool. That would be an amazing episode to have, even him on a Zoom call to talk about his talent and his road to success in that regard, because he works his ass off for that stuff. So it would be good to get him on one day and to talk about Italian stuff too, which is always what I like to do. So we're looking to get him, looking to get some more like baseball guys on, not to talk about like stats and all the nerd loser stuff behind baseball, like, how to steal a bag and how to throw and all that crap. Nobody wants to hear about that, but to talk about like your experiences playing the sport and how that translated over into real life or what you're doing now and the lessons learned and the mistakes and the funny stories and the good shit, the fun shit about talking to a retired or ex-athlete or whatever you want to call us. I think that shit will be super fun. I also want to get some more military folks on here, probably more so like people who are no longer in the military, whether they retired or separated, because I think they'll be able to talk freely. Whereas I can't really do that right now, and I don't want to take that chance, even though I'll probably get canceled for the episode 45 for sure. But having people on to talk about their life in the military, their life after, how that translated, all that good shit. I know you don't believe me because I'm a boring loser, but the military is loaded with people with incredible stories, hilarious experiences, dark, twisted humor. We need to get more of these people in the public eye to just see their talents, just to not expose them, but to illuminate the greatness of a lot of the people in the military. There's a lot of shitbags and lazy asses and beta bitch boys like everywhere else, but we're going to get the good ones on to talk about the shit they dealt with, how they're living their lives now. We'll get serious, we'll get funny, we'll get stupid, whatever it is. That's kind of what I want to do. I talked to Nicky Sticks about that too. He actually brought the ideas up on that because he also thinks that he's the original thinker of this. So I got to give him credit of getting more folks like that on so that we can we could provide the public, give the people what they want. This is the shit you're going to want to listen to. It's fun for me to do that, to talk to military folks and baseball folks and athletes and all that. And it's going to be more fun for you to listen to because, again, these are groups of people that are electric factories. You don't know about it if you don't pay attention to sports or if you don't follow a lot of like military pages on social media. But this is my crew. These are the people I enjoy the most because they've gone through it all, especially the military folks. They got through some serious shit, came out alive, and you will want to hear about that stuff because when you go through life-changing events like going to war, come out alive, you're going to have some shit to talk about. And it's going to be riveting. And that's what I want to get on the show for you assholes so that we can, give the people what they want. That's what this show is about. It's about me giving you what you want. I'm here for you. I'm here for the people. When I run for president, I am the president for the people. Big, tall, fat, small. I got to lead them all. And that's all I got today, folks. Again, an absolute nothing burger of an episode. Got really heated over a stupid goddamn commercial. And that's what you get here. You get the raw, pure, unadulterated libretti. I hope you enjoy that stuff because there's going to be a lot more of that. But before we go, obviously, the big three I want to talk about before I let you out of here. Okay, big three. I'm going to keep it short. I ramble about this shit. I heard it in the last episode. I was drunk rambling about it. We got to keep it short. The big three: exercise every day. I gave the middle finger by accident. Number one, exercise every day. It's the easiest thing to do. Go for a walk, do jumping jacks, exercise every day. It helps you physically, mentally, emotionally, everything. Do it. Number two, don't be a shitty person. Think about others as human beings with life experiences that used to be children, that now have children and grandchildren and families. They are all human beings. Look at them as humans before you be a shitty person to them in any way, in person or behind the text message, tough guy, how you doing? And number three, be grateful and thankful for everything you have in your life that is good. Even the bad shit has good lessons into it that you can learn and take out of. So be thankful and grateful for that. That is something that is so important. I know it's number three, but it's the best for last. It's the most important to me. It helps me the most. But being thankful and grateful for the good you have, no matter how bad you might have it in one particular instance, if you just continue to focus on the good things you have, mentally, it'll change your mindset. I know it's not like, oh, everything will be fine. Just think of the good, positive vibes only. It's not like that. If you're genuinely grateful about the good things in your life, and that's how your mind acts and functions, the hardships and the crap and the stress is going to hit you and slide off. Okay? Because your mindset is not going to be, I am unable or incapable of getting over this hurdle. Your mindset is going to be, here is just another opportunity for me to succeed and learn and grow and get over those humps. And understand that there's more things, there's better things in this world than dwelling on your bullshit. You want to dwell on your bullshit, come on this show and we can vent about your bullshit. And if it's entertaining enough, I'll post it for the people to listen to your crap. Otherwise, get your shit together, get your mind right, exercise, don't be a shitty person, be thankful and grateful for what you have. Thank you guys. I love you all. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to follow all the shit and comment and give feedback and give reviews on Apples and all that good stuff. I love you. Stay strong.